The half engine. It was a cool autumn evening outside. The sun was beginning to set, and all the engines were finishing their work to return to the shed. A big fog began to roll in. James had finished his last drink of the day and was heading down the main line for home. He and his driver can hardly see a thing through the fog, as much as they didn't immediately notice. The points were directed to an old, unused track.
Oh, bother! What silly things points are! I don't even recognize this line.
Oh, calm down, James. We'll go back and set it right, okay?
Well, good! Honestly, why doesn't Sir Topham Hatt get rid of these disused lines?
Is everything okay, James?
But as James came to a stop, his crew saw what they caused. On the other side of the line was an old scrap engine. It was cut in half.
What kind of sicko would scrap an engine like that?
I don't want to even know. Now let's get the hell out of here.
And with that, James sped away. At the shed, all the engines stared at James. It was unusually quiet and looked very pale. Certainly, Gordon broke the silence.
If I didn't know any better, which is quite rare, I'd say poor James had seen a ghost.
But I actually did see something.
Like what?
I saw a scrap engine.
That's it. I understand it was rather distressing to see those poor souls, but you've seen them plenty of times, James.
Well, Gordon, this one was cut in half.
Thomas knew what James was talking about.
Well, I think you must have seen a victim of the half engine.
I don't want to hear you were teasing Thomas.
But I'm not teasing. I know why that engine is like that.
Edward, who had known Thomas for far too long, recognized he was being serious.
Go on, Thomas, tell us.
Well, a long time ago, before the Northwestern Railway was an established company, there was an engine brought in to help build the railway, along with myself and a few others. This engine was different. Something very horribly wrong with her construction. She had half a face, the other being his smoke-bogged door. We could barely understand what I was trying to say. Besides, maintenance on her was a nightmare to watch and listen to. And through all that, she was in immense pain. Her cries and wails for the pain to go away was horrible, that me and the other engines could hardly stomach in. Well, the nasty of us, and some of the workers thought it was a good joke. This would boil up in her boiler, and she changed for the worst one day. Her behavior became more violent. And she would even berate some of us who felt sorry for her. And sometimes, during the night, she would go down a heavily forested line, only for her to return. She talks about how we and the whole railway would perish in her garbled yet infightable speech. Some of us, and myself included, believed she'd been driven mad, seeking any way to get rid of her deformity. Eventually, the bad director had enough and ordered an engine to take her to be scrapped. At the same time, me and another engine were traveling home from work, and we could hear sirens as we saw smoke in the direction of the scrapyard. We rushed to see what had happened. It was a sight that I would never forget. She was never seen again. Not long afterward, rumors began spreading among the workmen and crews, and they say that anyone who disrespects those with disabilities gets a visit from the spirit.
Everyone at the sheds was deeply disturbed by Thomas's story. Everyone, that is, except for Gordon.
That is the most silliest thing that I ever heard. James, what you saw not been as strange as you think. The fog could have been playing tricks on you, thinking it was cut so strangely.
But Gordon, I'm being serious. The half engine is all too real.
Of course, she's real, like every other tall tale we heard from here before. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to get some rest.
And with that, Gordon backed into his berth and went to sleep. The others followed suit. The next night, Gordon was returning home with some empty coaches after his last train of the day. Once again, the fog rolled in, and it was thicker than the night before. But Gordon continued on, even though he didn't believe in the half-engine. Thomas's story still ran through his mind.
Thomas could maybe be right. What if the half engine is real? No, Thomas is just being silly.
Just then, he saw a red signal up ahead. That's odd. No trains can't run this late at night. I think there's something wrong with the signal. I guess you're right. Come on, let's go get the guard. Soon, Gordon's crew along with the guard were ready to find out what the problem was. We'll be gone for a bit, Gordon. We're heading up to the nearest signal box to see what's wrong.
But what about me?
Sorry, Gordon, but there could be danger up ahead, and we don't want you to get hurt. We left an oil lamp out just so you can get some more light, and not worrying of anyone crashing into you. Anyways, we must be going now.
See you when we get back, Gordon.
As time went by, Gordon can't get Thomas's story out of his smoke box.
Come on, Big, you can get through this. There's no such thing as the half engine. There's no such thing as the half engine. There's no such thing as the half engine. There's no such thing as the... What the hell was that?
Gordon, what's wrong? We heard screaming.
It's the half engine. It's real. Thomas was right.
Calm down, Gordon. I think you're just seeing things.
Well, come on, let's go. Oh my god.
What happened? When Gordon opened his eyes, he looked back and gasped in horror. The front coach between Gordon's tender and the second coach was cut in half.
Now, how did this even happen?
Gordon, what's this about a half engine?
Well, it's nothing.
Okay then. Come on, let's go.
Off driver.
Gordon knew what actually happened and kept it a secret. And he was considering apologizing to Thomas when he sees him at the sheds.